signs. This is your weekly reading for the week of April 16th through April 22nd. I'm grateful that you are here tuning in and receiving what Spirit has for you. The oracle card that I pulled for you is emotional loss. And water signs, Spirit is asking you to prioritize stillness this week. All right. Spirit is asking you to prioritize stillness. I'm hearing that a lot of the movement that you've been doing lately um, has been coming from a place of you trying to avoid grief, sadness, heaviness. And so when you approach stillness this week, Spirit really wants you to approach it with a spirit of gratitude. Okay, prioritize stillness and gratitude this week, water signs. So, whatever this emotional loss has to do with, Spirit wants you to tap into gratitude whenever it comes to this emotional loss. Okay, Spirit wants you to tap into gratitude. Gratitude is what will carry you through. Gratitude is what will carry you through. Gratitude is what will lift you up. Gratitude is what will ground you. All right, gratitude is what will bring in the clarity and understanding. Gratitude is what will connect you back to peace. All right. And so, Spirit really wants you to prioritize stillness and prioritize gratitude this week. Okay. Water signs. So, um, you have more to be grateful for than you have to be sad about. Okay. And I really had to get that out. So Spirit really wants you to hear that you have so much more to be you have so much more to be grateful for. And so Spirit wants you to shift your perspective. Okay, Spirit really wants you to shift your perspective. um, and part of the shifting in perspective that needs to take place has everything to do with this um, idea or concept of time. Okay, because time, the concept of time and your understanding of it is what is keeping you in the sadness. It's what's keeping you in the grief. It's what's keeping you in that space. And so, Spirit is like, if you can redefine the concept of time, if you can shift your perspective or shift your understanding of the concept of time, you may be able to release some of that. All right. Um, so, prioritizing stillness, prioritizing gratitude, um, because that's what's going to lift you up. Okay. That's what's going to lift you up. And okay, let's just get into it because I'm feeling a little bit more, but I want to go ahead and get into the cards first to see. All right, so we have the Chariot. We have the Chariot for you, water signs. And I always have to feel my way through the readings, but it just, for you all right now, it's feeling like, you know, it's just feeling like I may be moving a little bit slower with this reading than normal, just because of the sensitivity, just because of the tenderness of what you are facing mentally and emotionally. Okay. And so with the Chariot, all right, with the Chariot, there's definitely, okay, so with the Chariot, okay, Spirit wants you to know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm feeling into this for you before I even speak the words because, yeah, this is why stillness is important for you this week. Okay. This is why stillness is important for you so that you can feel into, so that you can feel into the breakthrough. Okay. Because Spirit is showing me that you're breaking through the sadness, you're breaking through the grief, you're breaking through the heartache, you're breaking through the pain. All right. And again, gratitude and stillness are going to be two of the pieces that really help you to do that. Okay. And so, because what's coming for you, what I'm seeing with the chariot is that you are being prepared. The reason why it may seem a little bit heavier right now for you, water signs, is because you're being prepared for a journey. And I feel like we've kind of touched on this maybe a couple of weeks ago in one of your weekly readings. We touched on movement, on you moving around, okay? And so the chariot is speaking to this journey. And so if you've been feeling it a lot heavier over the last couple of weeks, Spirit is saying, it's not a coincidence. This is very much intentional because Spirit wants to bring you to this place, water signs, where you're able to see that this doesn't have to last forever. The grief, the sadness, the narrative is that it will always be there. Okay, the narrative is that the grief, the sadness, the heartache, it will always be there. And Spirit is saying, mm-mm, mm-mm, that's a perspective. Okay, Spirit is reminding you that that is just one perspective, and there are many perspectives available, and you get to choose which perspective you lean into. All right. And so with the chariot, I'm seeing the breakthrough. Okay. I'm seeing the breakthrough. And the breakthrough that you're coming into is so significant because it's like it's going to open up worlds within you, which is going to serve as momentum for the movement that we talked about and mentioned a few weeks ago. Okay. That whether it's you moving to a new location or there's some type of movement that's going on in the background, and this breakthrough that you're coming into, that you're about to experience, is going to create momentum, and you're going to be taking the steps. God's going to be showing you what steps are necessary for you to take on this journey. Okay, so stillness, give yourself permission to be still this week, water signs, so that you can experience the breakthrough, so that you can create the space, for that you can so that you can hold space for the breakthrough. Okay, yeah. And then we have the Eight of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands. Forward motion, water signs. You are moving out of the space that you are currently in. Forward motion. Okay. So with the Eight of Wands, Spirit, so the Eight of Wands for you has a lot to do with mental and emotional breakthroughs, like we were just saying, right? So Spirit is showing me with the Eight of Wands that you're breaking through mentally and emotionally. You are experiencing these breakthroughs, and you are stepping onto a new path, right? And it has everything to do with you choosing new perspectives. Okay, it has everything to do with you no longer settling with the perspectives that are aiding in you holding on to the sadness, the grief, and the heartache. Okay. Um, Also, with the Eight of Wands, movement. There's movement. Some of you may be settled in it pretty. You may have found yourself pretty settled in an area, water signs, and there's a reason why you were settled in that area. But it's almost as if that reason is almost it's it has no ground anymore. Like the whatever reason it was, it's almost non-existent now. And so Spirit is saying, we are giving you an opportunity. We want you to accept the opportunity, accept this call to move around, to shift, to choose a new path, to explore the new horizons. All right. So definitely there's some movement, there's forward motion, there's a journey that is unfolding on your behalf. And what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling is that this is a journey of happiness. Okay. I'm trying not to get emotional. Let me just, because this is a very emotional reading, but it's so powerful and it's so beautiful because what's unfolding on your behalf, water signs, is, I mean, really, there are no words to even put with it. But the journey that you're stepping into has everything to do with you really experiencing happiness and true peace and joy and bliss. And it's you giving that to yourself, right? It's because you are willing, because if you're seeing this reading, then what I know about you is that you are willing to choose new perspectives because you understand, because you understand that there is more than one way. Okay. You have a pretty good understanding of that. And so, man, emotional fulfillment in a way you've never experienced it. Okay. And it's coming through you. It's because of you. You're experiencing it because of you, because you're willing to choose new perspectives, because you're willing to say, I know that I don't have to carry this. I know that I don't have to carry this. I know that I can choose to let go. I know that I can choose to surrender. Okay. And then we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands. Whew. Wow. Wow, water signs. Wow, 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 wow. This is, I mean, you can't, you really can't. Wow. Okay. So we have the King of Wands. So with and through the King of Wands, okay, it is one thing to take responsibility and to take responsibility for your life as far as goals and achievement and accomplishments are concerned. But the game, the game really begins to shift when you are taking responsibility and really leading yourself emotionally and mentally. Right. I'm recording. I'm recording. So with the King of Wands, there is this call for you, and okay. So what I'm seeing with the King of Wands, let me back up, is that so the King of Wands is really speaking to what's available to you. Okay, is speaking to what's coming, is speaking to where the journey is leading you to. Okay, and so I'm really seeing that you're harnessing, you're harnessing your willpower. You're really harnessing, uh, and not confidence, but you're really just harnessing this authority, this inner authority that you have to create change in your life. Okay, I can see that. So the priority again for you, stillness, gratitude, and um, also I just lost my train of thought. Sorry. Okay. The priority for you this week, stillness, gratitude. Okay. Yes. And also um, shifting your perspective. And so, in shifting your perspective, the result is you becoming, really taking ownership and being the leader over your emotional and mental well being. Because here's the thing, water signs. Here's the thing, water signs. I know we have grown up in a world where everything outside of us has the ability to control us, to determine how we feel. Okay, and we do not want to believe that we do not want to believe that we have as much power over it as we do. But Spirit wants to remind you that you have got the power. You have got the power. Okay. It's not about being strong. It's not about being strong. It has nothing to do with being strong. Okay. It has nothing to do with being strong, because we hear that all the time too, is that, I'm tired of being the strong one. It's because you're relying on your own, that your temporary self to keep you up. Okay. Even in the midst of all the emotional whirlwind, the question for you, water signs, is even in the midst of all the emotional whirlwind, can you can you surrender? Can you surrender to the power that lives within you, to the God power that lives within you? Because that is where your strength lies. Okay. You don't have to carry any of this by yourself. You don't have to carry any of this by yourself, water signs. You don't even have to carry it. Okay. We need to hear that too. We need to hear that too. You don't even have to carry it. You don't even have to carry it. You don't have to carry it. All right. So for you, water signs, it's a lot of speaking to the forward motion. That's forward motion. There's a journey up ahead. Um, Stillness, gratitude, shifting your perspective so that you can step onto this new path boldly, confidently, because you're going somewhere. Scorpio, your clarifying card is the Three of Swords, Scorpio. Three of Swords. Three of Swords. You're dwelling. You're dwelling. That's what I'm hearing. You're dwelling, Scorpio. You're dwelling. You're dwelling. And dwelling does not serve you at all. Okay? You're dwelling on thoughts that have you believing you're not worthy enough. You're dwelling on thoughts that have you believing that um, you're to blame. You're dwelling on thoughts, Scorpio, that have you believing that you don't deserve. Okay? So the broken heart energy, um, yeah, the brokenheartedness, the grief, um, is not because of the isolated incident, Scorpio. It's because of the perpetuation of stories and thoughts and the narratives that you continue to allow to cycle through your mind. Okay. All right, Scorpio. So that's your clarifying card. And through the Three of Swords, the message for you is to stop dwelling. Stop dwelling. If you can stop dwelling, things will really shift. Emotionally, mentally, things will really shift for you if you can stop dwelling. And then for you, Pisces, we have the Judgment card. Okay, we have Judgment. We have Judgment, Pisces. Let's fill into what is Judgment? What is the Judgment card here to say to Pisces? So for you, Pisces, the Judgment card, I'm seeing the word balance. Okay. Um, in order for you to, yeah, I get it. I get it, Pisces. You are very nurturing. You are very nurturing. You're a very nurturing sign. I get it. I get it. And this is not me, Macy, saying I get it. This is Spirit saying I get it. I get it. We see you. You're very nurturing. You're very loving. You want to do what seems right. Okay, but Spirit is saying this season of life is a season in which you do right by yourself. Okay. So yeah. Yep. And so by doing right, you doing right by you will bring you into this space of being the balance for yourself and in your life. Okay, Pisces. So really give yourself permission to make some decisions that um, really align with you. Okay, and here's the thing. Okay, because this is coming through too. Here's the thing, Pisces, is that um, you can stay where you are. You can stay where you are, but life will continue moving forward. Okay. We have the chariot, we have the 8 of Wands. You can stay where you are, but life will continue to move forward. Okay. And a part of your grief, sadness, and heartache is you keep yourself in spaces for far longer than you should because you put so much pressure and responsibility on yourself. Okay. And so Spirit is saying, Spirit really wants you to hear that this is your season. And in order for you to really come into a space of being grounded and feeling this balance within yourself, you have to make some choices that feel good and align with your heart's desires. All right, Pisces. And then Cancer. Your clarifying card is the Two of Cups. I love that. I love that. There is Cancer. There is a, ooh, the Two of Cups. Okay. All right. There's connection. Okay. There's connection coming in. So I'm hearing a couple of things on this, Cancer. I'm hearing that there's a connection that is coming in that could assist you in the process of moving through this grief, moving through this emotional suffering. Okay. But then the question is, are you prepared for it? Are you prepared for it? Because Cancer, you have a tendency to want other people to carry the load for you. Okay. And Spirit is saying, not this time. This is the season, Cancer, in which you take responsibility for your emotional and mental well being. You don't put any pressure on anybody else to show up for you in the ways that you should be showing up for yourself. Once you are showing up for yourself, okay, Cancer, Spirit's going to bring somebody in that reflects that back to you. Whereas in the past, you put pressure on people to do the work for you. So Spirit is saying the question is, are you ready? Are you prepared? That's the question, Cancer. Because I think that connection, partnership, relationship, especially if it's divinely ordered, could really serve you well. But you have to ready yourself for it. All right, Cancer, you have to prepare yourself for cosmic connection. And so the work is in you showing up for yourself, letting go of the stories and narratives that that you continue to hold on to that keep you in a space of blame and feeling bad for yourself and sorry for yourself, because you can't take that into, that's not the energy you want to take with you into this new connection. All right. So water signs, that is your weekly reading for the week of April 16th through April 22nd. If you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. If this reading resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Let's have a conversation about it. If you would like to receive a more personalized reading, you can go to the link in the description and schedule an appointment for yourself. If you have any thoughts, questions, concerns, comments, let me know. I appreciate you guys for being here with me and for supporting me and the work that I am sharing. And mostly, I appreciate you for being here and for supporting yourself, because that's what you're doing. You're here receiving from God and hearing from God how you can better support yourself so that you can live your life to the fullest. All right. And I'll see you next time.